condition when the
Sorry, keep going.
and sets the condition when the rules apply. Max width 600 pixels in our case. So now the style will apply if the page has a width up to 600 pixels. Define a media query for screen sizes up to 800 pixels. So it'll be at media.
Good.
Let's see. Screen.
Good.
Up to query.
No.
Height. No, it's not height.
No. So up to 800 pixels. So like, just think about that.
Max width.
Good. Okay. And then, let's hit check. And let's hit back because I want to, since I forgot to start recording, I want to go back to the other, back one. Or I guess close this and then we'll reopen the first one. And continue. Okay, so this right here, this meta tag, this is important. You're going to put it in the head of anything that you are building as a responsive website, which should be every website that you build. And so if you don't already have a notes, like a programming notes on a Word doc or something, then create one and save this to it or add it to your existing notes. All right, let's close X and then go back to where we were. Jacob M, can you read this one?
You can also define multiple conditions. For example, a max and min width of the viewport. Now the style will apply for screen size from 800 to 1024 pixels. You can also define multiple media queries for a single web page. Media queries allow you to define breaking points when the page layout and style should change, as well as define the corresponding CSS style for these breaking points.
So, real quick, let's hit back real quick. So this is really what this is what this whole course is all about right here, is this, the at media, and then, the min width and max width, and then you're specifying, okay, so like in the, once you've done the min width, max width, you're saying, okay, if the parameters of the phone fit between 800 and max of 2400, then do this instead. And usually it's not make background color blue. It's usually like change the font size or make the percentage bigger so the button takes up, the whole screen, or make change it from inline to block or something. Well, that you generally don't need to do because you're usually using flex. But anyway, like different stuff like that to make it look right for that particular screen, because because cell phones are different than full on desktop screens, which are much bigger. So that,
well,
what was that?
Sorry. I was going to say, for this example, when they put background color blue, is that just for simplicity for
That was just, they're trying to give an example of something you would change if it fit between that and that. David, your hands. Or did that answer your question, Jacob?
Yes.
Okay. David, what's your question? You're muted. Are you there? I can't hear you. Might be something wrong with your mic.
Still muted.
Well, just go ahead and type your question in the chat, David, and since so you can get your mic working and everything. Okay.
I had a question
Lewis,
about
what's your
where
question?
about where to put that tag. Like,
The meta tag.
yeah, the meta tag.
You just
where did
put
you
it in
say-
your head anywhere. It doesn't like by itself. So not in a style tag, not in a script tag. Just by itself.
Okay,
in the head tag. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Not in the body or anything like that, right?
No. You want to put your meta tag in your head because it's one of the things that preloads before you load the web page. So.
And what's the difference between this and is this to set up like the entire page, not just where you're gonna put your media, like a video?
Oh, are you asking about where to put this?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Oh, I thought you meant the meta tag.
No,
Yeah,
no,
the
no, I
meta
did
tag
that.
goes in the
It
head.
was two questions.
This just goes in your CSS. So you would just put this in your CSS file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And my other question was about like the difference between this and like an iframe. That has nothing to do with an iframe, or because you can also insert media with an iframe, right?
Yes, but that's not what we're doing here. We're not.
That has nothing to do with it.
Nah, no, it says at media, but we're not, it's not like we're adding video or something with this. This is all about just structuring your screen or your web page to fit the screen. Because you don't want people having to scroll to the right, on a cell phone, right?
I got you.
So you want instead to like bring the stuff to the next line, and like either make things the font bigger, smaller, or redo the size of your divs and whatnot. So it's all about just adjusting the to fit the page is all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. I thought they were related or something. I was like, man, why are we inserting media?
No, yeah, it's
But this is kind of just a.
confusing with that, but no, that's
I got you.
just what they call it at media. I didn't pick it.
Threw me off, man.
Yeah.
And you said to insert this meta tag in the CSS file?
Yeah, the meta tag. Okay, so the meta tag, the one we first learned about like a couple slides back, right? That
Right.
goes in your head. This just goes in your CSS. So, I mean, you could do it embedded if you wanted, in your style tag in your head, you could do it there. But generally you put it in your external CSS folder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or external CSS file. So, okay. And we will be doing this soon. So you guys will get plenty of examples once we get through this part real quick. All right.
Hey, Brandon, just to let you know, I'm going to log off here. I just got home. I'm going to go get my laptop open. So I'll just be gone for a minute or two. Thanks.
Sounds good. All right. Sandra, are you all caught up? Nope. Okay. Samantha D, can you read this next one? Or wait, actually. Oh yeah, we had who read last?
I was reading.
Oh yeah, Jacob, that's right. Okay, let's click so that you can answer the question.
All right, the media queries. what will be the color of the paragraph of the text on a 800 pixel screen using the following style? Would it be red because they have blue set to the max?
No, so the max width, the 800 falls within max width, right?
Okay,
So
well then it would be.
in anything, if anything above 1024 pixels would not fall into the max width. It would be its own thing. So it would default to the red, right? But since it's 800 and it's within the max width of the 1024, then it's good to go. So it's blue.
Okay, got it.
Makes sense? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Samantha D, if you could read the next one.
Responsive header. Now that we know how to define CSS styles for different screen sizes, we can start making our landing page responsive. A typical breakpoint for a mobile screen is 480 pixels width. Let's define the viewport and empty media query target for our landing page. We will create separate styles for our sections when the screen size is lower than 480 pixels in width. 480 is the typical breakpoint for mobile devices.
Okay, let's hit continue.
Create a
And what's
media
saying?
query to target screens. The width of 480 up to 8. Max width first.
Well, you got to put one other thing first.
Oh, screen.
Well, no, it's already got screen.
Oh. See, I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
Oh, and.
Yeah, good.
Okay. And then minimum width and max width.
Perfect. All right. And Brian A, can you read this one?
Let's see, responsive header. On a mobile screen, we want to change the text size of our header text and make the download now button span the entire width of the container. To accomplish this, we define the corresponding styles in our media query. As you can see, we changed some of the font size properties, changed the paddings of the section container, and changed the button's display property to block, making it block level element, which takes the whole width of its container. The result on the mobile screen, the same header on a longer screen. Note that we do not need to redefine the whole style for the elements in the media query. We only need to define the style we want to change.
All right, so let's click back and then go ahead and hit try it yourself. And hit run. And then let's drag that the window, yeah, bigger and then smaller. And you can see once it hits the, and well, not that small. Let's just go to like the breakpoint, like right where it switches between one to the other. So go out a little more, little more, little more. And you see how it switches a little bit once the screen is bigger and is past that 800 pixels versus when it's within there. All right. So let's hit close or the X, yeah, and continue. And
What is the font size of the button on a 600 px screen? 16 px.
perfect, yeah, because it's above that minimum width. So perfect. All right. And David S., can you read this one? Oh, wait, you were having mic issues. That's right. Never mind. Roger Chang, can you read this one?
Responsive features. Time to make the features section responsive. It currently includes 3 features aligned next to each other. On a small screen, we want to place them horizontally with each feature taking the entire width of the container. Here's the style that we will use in our media query. We change the width of each feature div to 100% and set the display property to flex, which makes the div a flexbox container. This allows us to position the child features horizontally and also set the alignment of its child element, the icon, and the text using the alignment items and justify content properties. We also set the width of the icons and define some margins. Now the features will be aligned next to each other on larger screens and under each other on smaller screens.
Okay. Well, let's go back and hit the try it yourself. And then run it, and then go ahead and stretch the screen back and forth. Yeah, see how it looks different depending on the screen size. All right, so let's close that.
Create a flat box layout. You need to set display flex on
Daddy, oh,
the parent container.
Perfect.
Daddy.
All right. Mark H., can you read this one?
Flexbox. The Flexbox layout model allows to create flexible layouts easily without the need to use CSS positioning and floats. Let's demonstrate how it works using a simple example. To use a Flexbox, we first define a container that is set its display properly to flex. Now we can play around with the alignments of the child div elements using Flexbox properties. This will make all child elements have the same width, flex 1, and fill the entire container with. Check out the complete Flexbox guide here.
So save this in your notes, this Flexbox guide. So go ahead and highlight that web address and just go ahead and save that, because honestly, I wish Sololearn had a whole, and just, yeah, save it in your notes, wherever your programming notes are. Honestly, I wish Sololearn had a whole thing on just Flexbox alone, because you're going to be using Flexbox a lot for responsive web design, and it's really important. So let's go ahead and scroll down, and it can seem a little confusing because there's like a lot to throw at you. But as you play around with it, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, let's keep scrolling down. And so the cool thing about this is it helps about this guide is it helps you with what's understanding it. Like it gives you like these example pictures and stuff to show you what it'll look like depending on the different type of thing you do. So let's just keep scrolling down a little bit. Keep going. So there's a lot to flex boxes. A lot of different options you could add. So for now, we'll keep it simple though, and we'll just go with some of the basic stuff. But like if you really want to get it, you know, specific, you definitely can. Oh, scroll up a little. This part's important right here. This space around, like the align content, space around, space between, center, stretch, flex end, flex start. That's something you'll be using a lot. A lot of times I like the space around just because then it does your margins and stuff for you, which is pretty cool. And, oh, okay, scroll down. Yeah. And there's more, like if you open some of those things, oh, we can go back to the top. If you open some of these tabs, not this one, but like Flexbox trick, open Flexbox tricks. Yeah, then there's stuff you can click on from there, like specific little tricks. Now go to examples. And then it's just got different examples of stuff. So yeah, flex is definitely something important to remember, and it's a great way to center things too. To have it continuously like center, since we don't use align center anymore. A lot of times what we'll do now is just a center with a flex box. Okay, well, let's get back to Sololearn. Yeah, and hit continue. And what's the answer here?
Container
Or read it if
with
you
multiple child is what is the width? They have an ID test. 100 pics. 100 pics. The width 200.
Yeah, perfect. That was a hard one because that's like kind of tricky, but yeah, the
That was
two.
a guess.
Oh, okay. Well, good guess. Because the two doubles it. So if it was the flex 100, flex 1, then flex 2 is going to be the 200. So good job. Good guess. All right. Let's click that one. And then Peter, can you read this one?
Which one?
This responsive quote one.
Responsive code where
It's in. Are you caught up? Or are you still catching up?
I'm trying to see. I am at the where it says the did we pass the flexbox already?
Yeah, we're on number 15, lesson 15.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me see something here. It says responsive code for our code section. we would just change the text size and some patterns. We don't need to change the position of the section elements as they already align to the center of the screen. Run the code to see the result.
And then, yeah, stretch it out and go back and forth. And there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and close that and hit continue.
Responsive code. Fill in the blanks to find a pattern style. That says the left pattern to 15 pixels, the right pattern to 5 pixels, and the top and the bottom pattern is to 0.
And if you need a hint, just ask.
So the bottom pattern here. Bottom pattern is 0, so pattern 0. So fill in the blanks to find a pattern style that says left pattern 15, right 5, and the top and bottom 0. So that would be 15.
No. So with padding and margin and everything, it starts at the top and then goes clockwise.
So that the top then it goes clockwise.
Yeah, so the first one
Okay, so
already got
5.
there set 0. Yep, good.
That'll be 5, 15,
Well, no,
and
no, so yeah, 5 to the right, and then it's 0 at the bottom. So going clockwise, now we're at 0, and then
so that'll be 15 there on
yeah,
the,
and
on the
then
bottom.
15. Yeah, good. All right, let's hit check and continue. Kevin B, can you read this one?
Responsive footer. Last but not least, we need to change our footer section. We need to position the menu links below each other. The display block style makes the list items block level elements so they take the entire width of their container. This makes the items align under each other. The same footer on a large screen. Now our landing page is fully responsive, having different layouts for mobile and desktop screens. Customize the landing page, add more sections and breakpoints, and share your creation in the comments section below.
All right, let's hit try it yourself, and then do the stretchy thing. Scroll down a little so we can see the footer. Yeah, there you go. And there you go. All right, let's close that.
Hey, Brennan, I have a quick question on that specific example. What makes the footer responsive within the CSS code on here? Maybe I'm missing it. Hold on.
Okay, so scroll down on the CSS.
Oh, it's got the media. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so go over to the CSS and scroll down. It sounds like you already found it, but
I think I did, yeah.
and keep going. Yeah, right here where they've got the at media and they've got the max width, 480, and then everything they do here. So if we then go to the footer, you see with it 480, it changes to, block and add some margin and stuff on the footer. So that's what they're doing. They're just, and again, block just stacks stuff on top of each other, as opposed to, inline or inline block where it's left to right. So.
And in this example, they're using the one media query, open bracket, putting all the different classes within it or elements within it for the page. Is that what happens?
Um, wait, what are you talking? Are you talking about the at media and then the 480? Is that what you're talking about? Generally, you'll have more than one. Like you'll have your 481 for, max width 480 for small screens, like really small screens, and then you'll do like a min width to max width for larger. So you'll do like, I forget the numbers, but it's like from min width like 480 to like 1024 or something. Max width, and then after that, then sometimes you'll even have higher. So like then you'll set your max width for or in between min width and max width for another one, and then anything after that is just a regular full screen thing. So yeah, you can have multiple at media queries generally. Is that what you were asking, or?
Yeah, well, that's part of it. And then the other part is, and then within each of those separate media queries based on screen size, you'd put all of the styling for that screen size media query within it, right?
Right.
So basically that media query opens at line 104, closes at line 149, and everything in between is just for mobile styling. And then the next one you did, say you set it from 480 to 1024, you'd
Yeah.
have all the styling for that within that one media query as well. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, you do like 481 to
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that would
yeah.
overlap.
And the trigger being the screen size,
Mhm.
right? Once it hits 480 or whatever the.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's within, when it's less than it, or exactly 480 or less than 480, then it's going to do all the stuff in that at media, right? So scroll down. So like everything they've done here, they only did one just to show you how. But generally you're going to do multiple at medias. So yeah, but the trigger is once it gets to within that screen size. So as soon as it's above 480, it goes to its default normal browser stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's hit close and continue.
Responsive footer. By default, inline elements are positioned next to each other.
Perfect. All right. All right, let's click that one. And Will P, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Can you read this one?
Part of our layout was that not using any fixed units for our widths, with using percentage values, which made the element spans relative towards the width of their parents. This approach allowed the elements to be more flexible, which is essential when putting together responsive designs. CSS also you define the relative unit size for font size. The EM unit size will be relative to the parent font size. For example, if our page body has the font size of 16, you're using a 1.5 EM will be equal to 24px 16 for the 1.5. This is useful because when you have the change to the font size, you need to change only the top parent all the children elements will be corresponding to relative size, forming a unit using the EM units. However, when you define the size using EMs, you will be hitting by a cascading effect in situations that you have many nesting elements which use font size relative to the corresponding parent, which results in hard to control unit size.
So EMs are important when you're just dealing with parent elements, but also if you want to make it even simpler on yourself, you can do REMs, which then instead of just having to change the parent of each, when you set your sizes, you can just change one REM from the HTML, and that makes it even easier because you just change it and it changes for the whole page instead of having to go to each different parent. But yeah, okay, let's hit continue, and I can show you an example of that too. Once we're done with this, let's hit continue, and all you. Well, can you answer this one, Will?
Yes, you can. That would be 15px.
Perfect, because it's 3 times, so good. Fabian, can you read this one? Oh, well, never mind. They're going over REMs, so.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so I will be reading from that screen. REM. Another relative unit is REM. It stands for root EM, meaning that if you only look at the font size of the root element, which is the HTML element, this makes it easier to use than EM. Let's change the font size of our landing page to REM unit. We set the HTML elements font size to 16px and use that to set all other font size using REM. You can also use relative CSS unit for margins and paddings.
Let's hit try it yourself and hit run. Okay, so let's go to your font size, so line 4 in the CSS, and change it from 16 to 20 pixels. And then go hit run, or go hit run. And so since we changed the root font size, all the other font got bigger. So you can see how that would be useful, like when you're going between your different app medias, and you want your font sizes to be bigger for across the whole page, then you can just change one spot and it'll be good to go. Let's hit close. And what's the answer?
REM, fill in the blank to set the font size of the test element to 16px using REX. Font size. Test font size.
Good. Well, yeah, font dash, yeah, perfect.
On that size. And then 16, no, so 1.5.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because remember, so it's the REMs are basically times. So if we only times it by 1.5, you'd be at 12.
it.
So
So two
yep, good.
REM.
Perfect. Okay. And let's go to the quiz.
Hey, Brandon.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Brent. Can you explain that 8 pixels to the 2 pixel one more time, please? With
Uh,
that last example, the
yeah,
14
yeah,
dots?
with the REMs. Hold on one sec. Okay, sorry. So basically REM is you're timesing it. So with REM, you're timesing it by the HTML. So let's
Go
hit
back.
close and go back to that. And yeah, and then okay, so like on this one, here, let's just hit try it yourself on this one. And hit run. Okay, so like on let's see, where's the first REM they use? Okay, on the H1, right? It's 3 REMs. So times and the REM is based off the HTML font size, the root EM font size, which is the HTML font size, right? So in this one, the example H1 is 3 times that, so it's 30, 48 pixels, right? Wait. Yeah. So it's 48 pixels because it's 3 times the REM. On the other one, it was, so now let's go to that question. So close this and click continue. On this one, it's 8. And so in order to get it to be 16 pixels using REMs, we do 2 because 2 times 8 is 16, right? So that's how you get it to 16 pixels. And this
I
is
see
just
it.
REMs. You could also do EMs, which just goes off the parents. So like, let's say you have paragraphs, right? And the parent of that is going to be the body. So if you have the body set to 16, and then the paragraph, you do 2 REMs, then you're going to be doing 32 pixels, right? For your font size. So that's basically it. Does that answer your question, or is it not clear still?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go back to the quiz. And Yanni, can you answer this one?
Yeah, create a media query. Create a media query to target screens up to 800 pixels in width. The first one is at media.
Perfect.
And the second one is max dash width.
Perfect. All right. Tim, can you answer this one? Or Timothy, is it Felix or Felix, or how do you say your last name?
Felix. Tim Felix.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes. Hold on. I got the answer somewhere. Value defined using REM units are relative to the parent element.
No, so EMs are the parent element, but REMs are the HTML element. So like whatever the font size for HTML is set to. So let's just click HTML element
All right.
and continue. And Lewis, can you answer this one?
Fill in the blanks to make the section element a flex box container. Nope. Let's see. Oh, display.
Good.
Flex.
Good.
Sweet.
See, it was easier than you thought. All right. Jacob M, can you answer this one?
Which
I can
tag,
do it. Oh, okay.
which tag is used to define the viewport? It'd be meta.
Good. And Bill C, can you answer this one? Bill C, are you there?
You want me
Okay.
to do it? I got it.
Sure. What's the answer?
Yeah, true, false. You can define the padding using the rep unit. True.
Yep, good. All right. And that's that. So, we've got time. I was gonna go right now to doing examples, but we might as well just finish this off because there's not much. Okay, this part you guys aren't gonna understand because you haven't learned jQuery or JavaScript, but we're just gonna blow through this real quick. So don't feel like you fully need to understand jQuery and JavaScript. Just take it with a grain of salt. We're gonna get to that next. That's the next class we're doing. But Mark H, can you read this one? Mark, you there? Okay, Samantha D, can you read this one?
A submenu of modern websites include interactive elements and animations which improve the user's experience and aesthetics. Let's add a submenu to a responsive landing page that will open and close when tapping on the download now button. Our submenu will be responsive as well. It will appear over elements on the desktop and will push down the elements when on mobile.
Okay, let's hit continue. And what's the answer?
A tag.
Perfect.
URL or source.
No. I'll give you a hint. It starts with it's defining a hyperlink something.
Oh, href.
Good.
And closing a tag.
Good. All right. And Sandra, are you caught up? Okay. Mark H, are you back? Okay.
I'm driving right now. I gotta pick up my daughter.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Let's see, where was I? Okay, Brian A, can you read this one?
What was the last answer? Like the bottom one.
Ahref slash.
Href. Oh, okay. Submenu. We start by creating the submenu using HTML/CSS. Our menu will be a simple div element with links inside our headers. Container div. We will use it using the following CSS.
Okay.
We used a CSS hack in order to position our submenu in the center of the screen. The combination of absolute positioning using the left and the transform property results in our submenu being posted in the center of the screen and open over the page elements. We will also use display block for our links to make them behave as block level elements.
So that's a good hack to remember. It's not really a hack, but just something to use is the absolute and text align center and all that stuff. And yeah, just to get it centered if like you're on top of whatever other element you have in your div. Okay, let's hit continue. What's the answer?
Where will the following div get positioned? I would guess the bottom right corner.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's 0 from the bottom and 0 from the right. So it's going to be bottom right. And David S., can you read this one? Oh, yeah, that's right. Your mic's not working. Michael East, can you read this one?
A time to use CSS in our media query. We need to make the submenu wider and push down the page instead of opening it over the elements. We only need to change the width and position property of the submenu. Currently, the submenu is always open. We will add the open close animation on the next lesson. Fill in the blanks to position the element with ID test to the top right corner of its parent. So we would start with hashtag test.
Good.
Position, absolute, and right top 0, right 0. Right 0.
Yep, right 0. All right. And Roger Chang, can you read this one?
Yep. Animation. Let's use JavaScript to open and close the submenu when the button is tapped. Since we want to open the submenu using a nice sliding animation, we will use the jQuery library, which supports simple animations. We start by including jQuery in our page.
So, not to interrupt, but this right here, the script, and then the link to jQuery, you're going to use that a lot because you have to, if you're going to use jQuery, you have to import it first. So JavaScript just comes pre-installed on, you know, all browsers and everything, but jQuery is separate. It's its own thing that you have to import, but everybody uses it. Who knows, maybe in HTML6 jQuery will come pre-installed, but it's not. So that's definitely something to copy and save too in your programming notes. Okay, sorry, keep going.
We use the script tag to import the jQuery library. jQuery is a fast, small, and feature-rich JavaScript library. It makes things like HTML document traversal and manipulation, event handling, and animation much simpler. Learn more with our jQuery tutorial.
And you will eventually be taking the jQuery tutorial, so no worries there. Let's hit continue.
What is the file extension of the jQuery library? JS?
Yep, perfect, because jQuery, you just import it with JavaScript, and you save all your jQuery code goes into your JavaScript file. So like right now, you know how we have a my css.css file, the CSS is the extension there, right? Well, eventually, once you guys learn JavaScript in the next class we're gonna start tomorrow, then you're going to have a external file that's going to be like my javascript.js, right? And any jQuery stuff can just go in that JavaScript file. Or even if you want to do it embedded, you can just do a script tag and then put your jQuery or JavaScript in that too. But we'll get to that tomorrow. Fabian, can you read this one? Wait, I think he said he had to go.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Will P, can you read this one?
Sure can.
Wasn't he driving his daughter or something?
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
sure if that was him.
Well, yeah, you're driving, right? Okay. Sorry. I blank on who's doing what. I got a bad memory. My bad, y'all. Kevin B, can you read this one?
Animation. We need to handle the click event of our button, which should open and close our submenu. We will use the slide toggle method, which switches between visible and invisible states of the element selected using a slide animation. In the code above, we handled the click event of our button, selected the submenu element, and closed it using the slide toggle method, providing 500 milliseconds for the animation speed. Now the only thing left is to hide the submenu by default. We have a fully functional submenu, which uses a slide animation. Customize the code, create your own unique animations and effects.
So remember when I was talking about why you might not remember, but when we went over display, we did display none. I was saying, it would be pointless to just do display none if you were just doing CSS, right? Because display none is only used with like JavaScript or something, because you just wouldn't build that if you were just going to do display none, because then nobody sees it and it takes up no space. It's pointless, right? But with JavaScript or jQuery, you'll change that display none to like on an action, like in this example. And again, I don't expect you guys to understand JavaScript yet, or jQuery yet, but in this example, when a click function takes place, then it's going to change it from none to sliding it so that it's visible. Okay, let's hit continue. Or wait, did you read the rest? I can't remember. Did you read the whole thing?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Let's hit continue.
Fill in the blanks to handle the click event of the download button. It's $ and then click.
Oh, good. Do you have previous jQuery experience, Kevin?
Yeah, jQuery and JavaScript.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I don't expect the rest of y'all to know that from just looking at one thing real quick. All right, let's hit continue. and go to the next one. And Peter, can you read this one?
Where are we now?
The summary.
Oh, I'm still on the nation. The part, the
Yeah.
download part. What's that?
Yeah, so you can just read it from the
What
screen
anime
if you want.
It says congratulations, you completed a responsible design course. Here are some of the most common practices to follow when building a responsive web page. Use relative units such as percentages for the size of the elements and fonts. Use CSS media queries to find breakpoints and layout changes. Define the viewport to adapt to mobile screens. Use CSS flexbox to make it easier to create flexible layouts. Always test your page using different browser widths. You can resize your browser to see how your page adapts to a new width. Modern browsers also support emulating the mobile device screen size, which makes it easy to test using predefined widths.
Okay, let's hit continue. And what's the answer?
Flexbox.
No, so it's media queries because with the it's kind of a confusing question, but it's media queries because with the media queries is when you like change specific things. So like you do at media query screen blah blah blah. And then you say like, okay, well, if the screen size is between this and this, do this specific thing. So that's what it's referring to. But it just kind of weirds it in a weird way. But yeah, it's media queries. So let's hit check and continue and continue. And let's go to the quiz. And Yanni, can you answer this one? Oh, and this is a hard. If you want, I'll give you the answer to this one.
No.
This one's not jQuery.
No. I got it.
Okay.
It says using jQuery, fill in the blanks to show an alert message when the document is ready. The first one is the $.
Good.
The second one is the function.
Good.
And the last one is the alert.
Perfect. And they didn't even teach y'all about alerts, so that's good. Good stuff. All right. And Mark H, are you there?
I am.
Can you read this one?
Which tag is used to include the jQuery library? Good one. I'm gonna run with a guess here. Not media, but script.
Yep, perfect, because we use JavaScript to, or jQuery is used inside of JavaScript. It's like a shorthand for JavaScript to make it easier and faster. All right. Lewis, can you answer this one?
Cash is the first one, isn't it?
Yeah, the $. Oh, yeah.
Dollar
If you
sign.
need help with this one, since it's jQuery, just let me know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, yeah. Then it's gonna be #test, and you guys will learn all this when we do the jQuery thing, the jQuery course. And then the last one's show. And check continue. All right. Timothy Felix, can you answer this one?
Yes, I got you. What is Flexbox? Either a JS library or a CSS layout model?
Yeah, it's a CSS layout model. It's just a different
CSS
way
layout
to get your boxes to flex, basically.
Right.
Okay, and let's go ahead and download your guys's certificate. And now we'll actually go ahead and do some responsive web design stuff once you got that downloaded.
Is Flexbox valuable? Is it good to study, or should we just go to
Oh yeah,
JavaScript?
Flexbox is, well, I mean, we're gonna have to do JavaScript and jQuery and everything too, but Flexbox is super important with CSS, especially with modern modern web design, because it's all got to be for both mobile phones and for mobile phones and desktops. And so you got to basically design it twice. You got to tweak it so that, well, with the responsive, what we just learned, to fit both. And big part of doing that is, oh yeah, we'll start JavaScript tomorrow. For now, let's go ahead and open up your Visual Studio. And yeah, just get your Visual Studio open. There we go. All right. So does anybody remember the first thing we have to do to start working with responsive web design? What's the first thing we have to do? I'll give you a hint. You put it in the head tag. Anybody want to answer?
Title.
Set
Title.
the meta tag.
Yeah, good. The meta tag. So let's go ahead and go to your what's it called? The main.py. All right, so in the head there, let's go here. I will put in, oh, good. Lewis, you're ahead of the game. He pasted in the chat what I was gonna paste in the chat for y'all. So go ahead and copy that and place that in your head tag.
Mine is jacked up.
Trying to make your life a little easier here, Brandon.
Appreciate you. All right. So now that we've got that, let's just go ahead and do it in our embedded, so we don't have to, clear cache and stuff for external. Okay, so let's go to our style tag. So click to the end of line 16 on yours and hit enter. And so what do you guys think we're going to add next in order to make it responsive? The main thing we do to make things responsive.
The at media.
Yep, perfect. Perfect. So let's add at media and then space screen. And then, yeah, good. And then space, and then it, and oh, I'm gonna let you do it. You're ahead of the game. You know what you're doing. All right, you type it up.
Yeah, I'm not really that ahead of the game, so I'll let you.
Oh,
Sorry.
No, you're good. I thought you had it. I was impressed, but it's okay. I'm still impressed. All right. Then do max dash width and colon, and we'll do 480 pixels. And then click outside of the parentheses. And then go ahead and put your squiggly bracket and enter. Okay, so now in here is what we will, where we'll type to redefine stuff, right? Or redefine sizes. So let's go ahead and save that, and let's go look at your, oh, do you have your stuff running? Okay, do the stuff to run your local server. Unless is it running in the other one? Click the top one. Or sorry, the top terminal that's running. So like right now, in the bottom right corner, you're on Python, but then your command, and then click the one right above that. Yeah, click that. Let's see if it's running. No, I guess not. I don't even know what's going on there. Okay. Okay, so click back to, yeah, there you go. Oh, wait. Are you on a PC? All you need is the lines 1 through 3 then. So might as well delete the lines 5 through 7 because that's for Mac. Yeah.
It's weird. It still worked for me though. Every time I did it. I don't know why. It still worked.
Well, probably because it pasted the first 3 first, and so that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, not in there because I don't know what's going on with there. That's like an empty terminal or something. Click in the command one. Yeah, there you go, and then paste it there, and hit enter. Okay. Yep, it's running. All right, so yeah, hover and click that. All right, so, all right, trying to think what we should change up here. Let's go ahead and, okay, click into your Visual Studio again, and go to your main.py and scroll down, and keep going down. I'm trying to see what that div is. Okay, that's your, okay, scroll up a little. So it looks like that's your div 1, or your, this is, what is it? Oh, okay. So it's your, yeah, div 1. Okay, so scroll up to div 1 so I can see what's all going on there. Okay. So, all right. So now in your @media query, do hashtag div1 and then the squiggly brackets, and delete that thing that it auto does on yours for some reason. And then click to the end of line 18 and hit enter so we can get a new line. And then type width, and then colon, and we'll say 98%. Or actually, no, just do 90%. And then your semicolon. Okay, and save that. And now let's go back to your browser and hit refresh. And now let's go ahead and adjust the screen size for your screen. So like shrink down the browser. Yeah. And drag it smaller. Drag it smaller again. I think it's because it's absolute that it's staying over there. But okay, so let's go back to your Visual Studio and then change position to static. Okay, and then save that and then go ahead, hit refresh. And so now you could, and now resize your thing back and forth.
Okay.
So yeah, shrink it down smaller.
I think this is all it will go.
That's as small as it'll go. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, basically, long story short, instead of being, you know, just the fixed pixels, you know, we're changing it to you know, it being 90% width when it's there versus there. And it's hard to see the difference because 90% is like, I don't even know if we got to below 480. Let's change it to 800 pixels, max width 800 pixels. Save that and refresh it. Back to, you got to get back to, yeah, there you go. Okay, hit refresh.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay, there we go. And then scroll out to expand it. Or not. Yeah, I mean, that'll work. But do you guys see what I was trying to do though? I was just trying to give you an example of doing the at media and having it change based off size width. Do you guys have any questions on that, or does that make sense to y'all? Okay.
Brandon, I'm behind all that. Everything you did with Visual Studios using the main.py, I haven't been using that. I've been using the index.html on the static.
Oh, well, that one's for your resume. That one you should be building your resume on there.
Okay.
And then on your main.py, just playing around with just like stuff you're testing out and whatnot. Did you catch it, Tim? Did you catch up to, like, have you gotten through the rest of the stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you got all the way caught up with
Yeah,
us? Like you did all
yeah.
CSS and everything?
CSS, HTML, and responsive web design.
Wow. Well, good.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah, thank you.
Like in like.
But I've been missing the videos of you explaining Visual Studio.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, maybe.
Do you want to do screen share so I can show you, and then
Okay.
I'll answer your question, Lewis?
Okay, great. I'm ready. Hold on.
Oh yeah, let me do stop screen share. There we go. And for the rest of y'all, if y'all want to just start working on your websites, either trying to make them responsive or keep tweaking your CSS, whatever you need to do on your site. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay. This is the Visual Studio.
Okay.
This is the index, right? I did all this div stuff. I don't even know if it's right. But here, this is what the page looks like. It's cheesy. I hope you like what I did.
Yeah, so it's like basically the stuff from the
yeah,
resume
I just
thing.
been adding, like it says,
Yeah.
my name on the HTML page, welcome to my resume, the quote is to be or not to be, and they have my name and stuff there. But the space between my name and the skills, I'm not liking. And
Yeah.
then I'm doing the download button in the bottom with awesome app, and it's not working. None of this is working here. and I don't know how it looks or if it's even cool to be using.
Well,
I don't
it
know.
looks like you've got, it looks like you're putting style stuff in there instead of putting it either in the in an embedded script
Where
tag
it
in the
belongs.
head. Yeah, so okay, let's scroll up to the top, to the very top.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So here in your head, okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an external style sheet. So to do
Okay.
that, put a link tag, like literally it just says link.
Okay. Link.
And then
Tag.
add space. Well, and then inside that link, so click inside that link tag.
Right here?
Yeah. And then add a space.
Okay.
And type REL for relationship.
REL.
Yeah, and then right on the REL, so hit delete and hit equals. Oh,
This one?
no, we're gonna do equals.
Equal, okay.
And then now type style sheet. And then click to the right and then type href. Wait, href or source? I always forget. Hold on one sec.
It's href.
Yeah, it's href. Okay. Okay, so href equals, and now type slash static. Oh, sorry, a slash, a forward, just put a forward slash.
Oh, okay,
And
this
then
one, right?
static.
That's the
Or
back one or the other one?
No, you were right, the forward one. That's not, no, the other one, the forward one. And then just
Got
choose that static folder right there that popped up.
I see here.
And then now just well,
Wait.
we're gonna create something new. Just type resume.css and we'll create a new one. Okay,
Yeah.
and then click on your static folder.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah, click there and then click it again to open it. And then now click on the little paper with the plus sign icon up.
Yeah.
Well, not that one. To the right just a little.
To the right, this
Right
one,
a little
the-
more. Right. Oh, to the
This one?
left. To the left too. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, click
New
that.
file?
And
Okay.
just name it resume.css, all caps, just like you did it.
Resume.css.
And
Okay.
then hit enter. And now any CSS that you put in this file will be applied to that page. So let's go back to your index.html.
Index.html, okay.
And let's go find all the CSS and and actually here's an easier way to do that. Click on that tab with the resume.css, click and hold it.
Resume.css.
No, the tab, yeah. Go up to the top, and then to the right. So where the different tabs are, like the requirements.txt, index.html. Oh no, to the right more.
To the right more.
Keep going right. Keep going.
Oh, is it right here?
Yeah, and then up just a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
click and hold that, and then drag it to the right. Oh.
Okay, I see. Click and hold it and drag it into this one.
No, click and hold it and drag it to the right because we're gonna do a split screen.
Okay.
And then go down a little bit.
Okay.
And to the right more. Keep going right.
Is this it?
That's not wanting to do it. Oh yeah, let go. Oh no. See how it was like half screen when it's like half screen again. Okay. Up and to the right more.
Nah, it didn't work. Let me get it again.
When it's like half screen over there. Oh, let go. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
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 And then now let's scroll down and find all the CSS you got and then paste it in there.
I can't remember where it would be.
Well, we'll see it. It'll be pretty obvious. Okay, like right here. So this line 141 down.
141. Okay.
Yeah. So down, keep going down. Okay, so till 168. So cut that
Okay.
and paste it in there. Okay, and then you got line 168. Wait, is that the same one? Okay, I think you did copy instead of cut. So okay, highlight line 168 down to there, and then just delete that.
Delete this, not copy.
No,
cut?
because that's what we just cut. So
Okay.
just go ahead and hit delete or hit backspace
Okay.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this, what about this feature stuff here?
Well, let's see. Yeah, cut that. Do control X.
Control X.
And then now go to your resume.css and scroll down. Hit delete so you get it flush with the other one.
Okay.
And then paste it.
Okay.
Okay. And then the line 196. Yeah, copy all of that or cut all that. Yeah, do control X again. And then same thing. Okay, so save that. Just do, there you go. Okay, and now go to your browser. Oh wait, let's save your index too. So click in your index.html and do, just do save all. Just do file.
Let's save all, right?
Yeah, right there, save all. Okay, so now go to your browser. Okay, and hit refresh. And we should actually be running this on your Visual Studio. Or on your Flask drive. So let's go ahead, or your local server. So let's go ahead and click in, close that, and click on terminal down at the bottom, because right now you're in debug console. Click terminal and then run the stuff from the drive. Do you have the stuff from the drive saved somewhere?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, run all that set Flask app blah 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 stuff. Just paste all that in there.
And you told me to save a Word file of it. Should I open up the Word file?
Yeah.
Here, it would be this one.
No, I think it's the running local server one. Down.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, let's close that. Yeah, it's down one from where you're at. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay. And then you want to copy this right here?
Yeah.
Okay. These pages are confusing now.
Give it a second. Okay, so now hover over that 127 and hold control and click it. Okay, and then add /test to the end.
Nice.
Yeah, it adds some stuff.
Oh, look, there it is. Download now.
Yeah. So
nice.
All right. And again, I would tweak this to be your resume page, and then like just with on the main.py, you can just play around with stuff there. Okay. Any other questions?
No, I should just go back, starting from HTML and start copying all, because I'm missing all that information here, aren't I?
Yeah, well, you really want to you don't want to just copy the stuff from what's it called? Sololearn. You really want to build like your own site.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me put in the chat. So I recommend checking out the site I just posted, freecss.com or free-css.com.
Okay.
And looking at different HTML templates until you can find one that like don't just download it and use that, because the whole point is to get practice and learn how to build your HTML and CSS and everything. But like if you're not a creative person, like I'm not like a super creative person, artsy creative person. Like I'm more like the programming end, like when we're like working with Python and stuff, more than like the thinking of how to make a site look all artsy. So it's totally fine to look at other sites, and there's thousands of sites on there, and then find one that you like and then try and replicate it. Don't just download the code and use that, but you can try and replicate it, you know, to the best of your ability, so that you actually built it, and you're having to like think through like, okay, how am I going to do that? And you're going to have to look back at CSS. Okay, what did we have to do to be able to do that? And that's what's really going to make it stick.
Can you go through that website real quick, Brennan? CSS, and show us how to download?
Well, we don't want to download. We don't want to
No.
download. But yeah, I'll go do it really quick. But what you should do is here, we'll go to it. You can do what's it called? Live demos or whatever of the different things. So like, and you can even click the premium templates because you're not downloading them. You're just doing you're just gonna copy it. So like for the premium, you'd have to pay for it, but you can still click website template demo, and then it takes you, wait, why is it not? You do the demo. Okay, it's loading. And then it'll show you what the site looks like, and then you would just recreate it, right? So basically just find one you think looks good and stuff, and then yeah.
Where's the code at? How do you get the CSS code?
Well, again, we don't want to download the CSS code for it, because the whole point is for you to practice creating your own site. These are just for inspiration, but like this one, these sites, the premium ones, you have to pay for. There are ones like all these ones are free, and you can download the CSS, but at this point I don't want you guys to download the CSS. So like this one, you can click live demo and view it, and if you wanted, you could click download, but that's not what I want you guys to do right now. I don't like, later I'll show you guys how to work with templates, because working with templates is an important part of programming, because it saves you a lot of time, and you can focus on the important stuff, like actually building like the back end of a site. But right now we don't want to be working with templates. We just want to like to click the live demo, and then with the things you've learned in CSS and HTML and responsive web design, you would recreate one that you like the look of. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question into images. I'm sorry if I'm taking any time.
No, no worries.
I have a downtown Manhattan of Freedom Tower, and I can't download or insert that image because it's not found on the internet. It's found in my files in my computer.
Oh, well, you just take that and you drag it into, well, probably make a copy first, but then you just drag it into your static folder, and maybe even create another folder in your static folder named images. and then you just reference it from there. Like you do your image tag source, and then slash static slash whatever img1 or whatever you have it named. And then it'll put the image in there.
I'm gonna do that now. So create a new file in the static and type it image, right?
Yeah.
And images.
Yeah, new folder named images or something, and then drag it in
drag
there,
it
and then
in.
you do
Okay.
slash static slash images, and then the name of it dot whatever dot JPEG or whatever.
Okay.
All right. Did you have any other questions?
No, thank you. I'm gonna see right now.
You're welcome. Lewis, you had a question earlier, and then I'll get
Yes,
to
sir.
you. I haven't forgot about you.
I just had one question. In the transition, when you go from the bigger screen to the smaller screen, can you change, or can you make it so the background color changes so you know you're on a smaller screen?
Yeah, you would just do like body, or you could even do HTML dot or HTML. Sorry, one sec. Okay. And you would just do, background color, just like you would set the background color normally, but you'd have it do a different one. Do you want to see an example of that, or do you think you got it?
That'd be great. I've been trying to do it, but
yeah,
unsuccessfully.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, hold on. Oh, and I haven't set my, hold on.
Do you set your picks for your max width?
Yeah, I gotta, hold on, I gotta set my, uh, 800 pixels. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this up. And so normal. If it wants to load. And then make it smaller. Why did it not work? Oh, it's not letting me go down small enough. Okay, hold on. I might have typed something wrong too.
And I had a question about the two squiggly closing brackets at the end too. That's required for the app media, is two closing.
Yeah, your one for opening, and then the ones for your insight. Here, hold on, let me pull up the thing to make sure I'm typing it exactly right, because I might be typing something wrong. No. Change it to body.
I had it at body too.
Here. Refresh. Huh. Why is that not working? Maybe it wants to be, oh. I've got a space between at and media. There we go. So when it's bigger, it's regular. When it's less than 1200, it's red. So do you want to do screen share and I can see what's maybe you put a space between at and media too or something?
Yes, let me get. I think I from watching you do it, I think I see what the error is. I have an additional body tag after it with orange because when I make it smaller, see it does do the like a border outline of that color.
Yeah. Yeah, because your HTML, that's why. It's because your HTML, so change line 24 to body and it should work because your HTML is set to that, but then the body covers up the HTML. You know what I'm saying? So now do it and then resize it.
No dice.
Huh. Background color. And you hit refresh.
I did.
Let's see.
Well, when I change it to HTML, it would change the color just on the outline of the body. Because I think it's because I have this.
It could, yeah. I mean, usually we put that at the at medias at the end. So try moving your at media to the end.
To the end of the style?
Yeah, the end of the style.
Okay. Ah, check that out. Nice.
I don't see it. Is it doing it?
Yeah, it's doing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I could see it. It was just
It's
froze for a
changing.
sec. Yeah. Okay, so that's an important point. Always put your at medias at the end.
Gotcha.
There's a
Awesome.
reason why we do that.
That's cool. Sweet.
Hey, Brandon, I was kind of just following along and listening in the background, but when you say media at the end, it's got to be at the end of all of those.
At the end of your file, like
Of your style tag.
Yeah, your
Okay.
your CSS file, or if you're doing it, is embedded at the end of your style tag.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. David, let's the floor is yours.
Can you hear me? Did I get my mic? I did get my
it's working now.
Okay. I was in a different class earlier today. And they were using Visual Studio as well. And somehow I don't know. I created a file and now in my terminal I can't get back to Flask to
I just realized I forgot to stop recording. Hold on, let me stop recording and then I'm gonna